Hi there, Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to your monthly astrological forecast for June 2022. And just a quick reminder that I am aware that Neptune and Saturn are turning retrograde this month. Of course, that's on my radar, but these are long-standing retrogrades and they are quite involved. And so I have decided that I am going to discuss those in one of my special big astrology shift videos soon. So stay tuned for that. We're not going to be talking about them in this video. If you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website, integrativemysticism.com, or you can follow the links in the down bar below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And of course, engagement helps this channel out a lot. So what's going on when it comes to your month of June? Well, we'll start with the Sun, bringing attention, enhancement, and support to your 11th house of friendships and social networking, Gemini, through the 21st of the month. This is a time where a lot of you Leo people are getting a chance to start delving into more rewarding friendships, more rewarding social connections that go beyond, fair weather friendships or task-oriented connections, and really bring a lot more depth and a lot more deep, intimate bonding with your fellowship, your brotherhoods, your sisterhoods, because it's all about giving you true community. And this is a time where we are getting a chance to build not only stronger rapports with said community, but also get that attention, enhancement, and support through exchanges with these people that are allowing us to accomplish and have in hand the fruits of a personal goal or a high ambition that may actually be lifelong. And because it is all about the Sun, remember, we are talking about people connecting on the deepest levels possible, right? These are strong social support connections. This isn't about relatability, it's about rapport. Relatability is a poor man's rapport, and we definitely want to focus on true depth in these connections. If you feel like it's time, then you're definitely going to get a chance to have that. This is also a time where a lot more fun, a lot more levity, a lot more, adventure is coming your way. But we're going to talk about that more and more as we go through this month, because the Sun isn't the only, luminary or celestial body traveling through this space of your chart. After the 21st, we've got the Sun entering Cancer for the duration of the month. This is your 12th house of your past, privacy, and hidden zone. This is a time of resurrection and restoration, especially when it comes to things from the past that you would like to reclaim and enjoy in the present. With the Sun in the 12th house, really see what is going on. Where there may be activities or life paths, jobs, projects, talents, even social connections, yes, that you wish you could maybe get closer to or bring back to life during this time. The Sun is going to be here not only the final week and a half of June, but also into July as well, so you get to enjoy that. You may even be finding that old resources, old revenue, and old opportunities are also going to be ample at this time and do deserve your consideration. This can go back a ways, by the way. So if you're only examining the recent past, well, you're not really seeing this for all it could be. This could go all the way back to childhood, but you're treating yourself, especially with the attention enhancement of and support of the Sun, because now we are also getting a chance to claim or retrieve or revive things that either never should have went away or we did have a good time with and we know we'll have a good time with again. We have Mars, the planet of action, passion, energy, and that obstacle-clearing driving force in Aries all month long. This is your 9th house of higher education, government legal proceedings, travel, culture, your spiritual path and practice, as well as your reach, how you are connecting to people. Now, Mars in the 9th house works in a lot of different ways to break us out of our bubble or break us out of a bubble that has maybe contained us or limited us or stagnated us in some way. Whether this bubble is because of a contract or maybe some kind of professional bubble, an academic bubble, or maybe even some kind of agreement that you consented to that is no longer serving. Mars is allowing you to punch your way out and be free of a lot of that. In fact, when it comes to old attachments, old binds, things that may actually be harrying your progress in some way, Mars is saying absolutely no more, and you may be finding that there is also a champion to your cause helping you to fight these battles. You're not going it alone. Mars is also helping you to break out of any kind of limiting community or limiting cultural influences that have maybe been preventing you from stepping into a new status in life or feeling more at home in the world. Sometimes these things can happen where we have to rock the boat a little bit and we have to see what is going on with the company that we keep or the community that we've, been in or what we have surrounded ourselves with, because Mars is asking for us to leave the cave. This is also a time where a lot of you who have been looking to maybe more aggressively promote yourselves, advertise, or market yourself to reach more people will be getting the support to do that as well, whether it's about you, your website, your business, your position, or get yourself out there to be seen by more competitive opportunities. Mars has got it all for you. We've got Venus, the planet of love, favor, popularity, and affection, in Taurus through the 22nd of the month. This is your 10th house of career, upward mobility, as well as status, your station, and the mark you want to make on the world. And with Venus in the 10th house, this is a time where a lot of you could be enjoying a bit of a 15 minutes of fame kind of month, especially through the 22nd, because all eyes are on you. Venus in your 10th house is also going to be very generous when it comes to the compensation that you are receiving for the contributions that you make to your office, to your field, to your market. A lot of you may also find that you are being gifted with opportunities to advance your station or position without even having to go through a lot of more formal or conventional processes for things like promotions or transfers or propagation of your good name. And you are becoming a much stronger influence to your world or to your field, to your market, or to your office as well. And you may be finding that people are much more open with suggesting more competitive opportunities for you to claim how to put yourself out there in a more rewarding way. After the 22nd of the month, Venus moves on into Gemini, that 11th house of friendships, social networking, your platonic support system, and your biggest goals and ambitions. And with Venus in the 11th house, this is a time where you are getting a chance to live it up with the guys, the girls, your fellowships, again, your friends. And this is also a time where they are becoming a lot more generous and involved in your life and in your space. This is a time where, maybe the terms of certain friendships change a little bit. If we've been compartmentalizing it a lot or we're not necessarily allowing for a lot of involvement, Venus here is going, now hold up a minute. Have we maybe not been seeing the value that certain people might bring to the table? And they may surprise you with what they can bring forward. Venus here is also going to be a time where a lot of hookups are coming to you through your friends, whether they're material hookups, non-material hookups. And a lot of you are also going to find that if you are, curious about love and romance, if you are in a committed relationship or a marriage right now, your entire relationship is getting a whole new support system, bringing a lot more adventure, a lot more spice of life, and a lot more luxury, a lot more pampering to you. This is going to be kind of a honeymoon feel at the end of the month and going on into July. A lot more romantic escapades that are also being provided by friends, right? Going out there, getting yourselves out there, becoming more socially engaged. And for those of you who are single or available to new people, it may be through a friendship group or through a friend that a new love opportunity comes forth into being. We have Mercury, the planet of communications, haste, and productivity, in Taurus through the 13th of the month, that 10th house of career and upward mobility. Mercury is direct here as of the 3rd of June. And with Mercury in the 10th house, we are speeding up your growth. We are speeding up your ascent, climbing the ladder, whether it's climbing the corporate ladder or maybe speeding up the increase of your earning power, how well known you are in your field, right? Mercury and Venus are kind of working together to boost your popularity, boost awareness about you and your status. And we also have Mercury speeding up a lot of transactions, a lot of meetings, a lot of maybe sit downs that are also going to be elevating your status in your field or at the office. You may also find that a lot of projects or a lot of pursuits that have fallen behind are going to be catching up for that lost time in the first half of this month as well. After the 13th, we've got Mercury moving on into Gemini, that 11th house of friendships and social networking, that platonic support system. And with Mercury in the 11th house, your friends are helping you speed up a lot of lifelong accomplishments or lifelong goals, bringing them to fruition in order to actually put pen to paper, right? Get the show on the road. This is also a time with Mercury where we are opening up lines of communication with friends we haven't had before, getting more intimate, getting more close, getting more familiar, right? Getting away from maybe surface-oriented connections or surface-oriented relationships, which has also been kind of a very strong theme throughout the month, if you haven't noticed. You may also find that Mercury in the 11th house is also having people show up for you to take things off your hands in order for them to be achieved or finished or, get a move on faster than you could have done all by your lonesome. With more hands on deck, with a lot more of these involvements, you're going to have an insanely productive June as well as July, because this is with us going on into July. Make sure you are open to the assistance as it comes. Finally, we've got to talk about our lunations. We've got a full moon in Sagittarius on the 14th. Remember, full moons are all about culminations, transitions, and endings. And a full moon in your 5th house of love, romance, recreation, creativity, as well as parenthood is going to be putting all the emphasis there because we are going through a major status point or checkpoint when it comes to these relationships and everything you've got going on here. A full moon in the 5th house can be very, very strong for love and romance for those of you who may be single or available to new people, because we are bringing an end to a period of being single or bringing an end to maybe what life has been like dating or trying to find new love. In fact, this could be punctuating not only a period of being single, but also launching a new relationship opportunity, right? It is a transition. It's not just an end with nothing. A full moon in the 5th house is also transitioning love languages as well as love stories in existing relationships, especially when it comes to maybe a time for relationships to reinvent themselves. If you are currently coupled or married, we may be coming to a point where it's time to find a new way to relate. And that can be very exciting and it can be very stimulating. If you're in a long-term relationship, everybody knows a healthy long-term relationship, you're going to have multiple different types of relationships with that person. And so it may be time for that, a reinvention of our love, a reinvention of the way we express our relationships with one another, having things come forward that allow us to maybe relate in a different way or connect in a more deeply intimate way, releasing inhibitions, letting go of any kind of blocks. This full moon is all about it. And a lot of transitions of status or, maybe even a change in an end game plan or a change in a road we've been committed to as a relationship. That is also going to be highly emphasized by this full moon. For our new moon of the month, we've got a new moon in Cancer on June 28th. This is your 12th house of your past, your privacy, your hidden zone, anything to do with what's been going on behind the scenes or, again, possibly old business. Now, a new moon is all about seed planting, new beginnings, and initiations. And very much as we talked about in the beginning of this video, this is a resurrection moon. You get a chance now to bring something back to life from the past that you wish you could have today. With a new moon in the 12th house, it's a new start for something that either A, never got off the ground, or maybe had its story cut short, or possibly you did get to have a full run with it, but you want to do it again, and this is going to be the time for you, the 2 weeks following the 28th of June. So that is what I've got for you, Leo people. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And should you ever want to get a session with me, go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com.